Welcome to Give Permission to Ask Questions on a Monday morning. My dog is snoring beside me, so you might hear some dog noises or not, whatever. This is season 3, episode 90. We only have 97 more days left of the year remaining. And I have come to the place where I'm like, ugh, so hard. This whole year has been so hard. And I am extremely blessed and I have been given grace and gratitude. Like, I don't know where the renewed youth comes from, but it's in the name Phoenix Career Development. So, I want to talk about restoration. I want to talk about heading into diligence and play. So what? So what? Now what? Life sucks. So what? I think that we need the suck to have the most amazingest life. You grow by burning. The phoenix, like the end stages of a phoenix's life is fire, is passion, is all consuming uncomfortableness. Like if there was a chance of burning, fire, or freezing death, I would choose freezing. But the phoenix burns you and it burns so deeply, and life burns you and it burns you so deeply. Like, I would like more communication about the spirituality of life. I would like more communication about, like, not necessarily the burn of life, but what happens after you burn. Like, what happens in the most beautiful parts of your life, which is the burn, which is the death. Um, Life sucks, man. And so, like, my first year of business, super, super fun. It was like, yeah, let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Let's play with motifs. Let's play with lineage. Let's play with values. Like, let's create. Like, creative imagination was in play my first year of business. So, like, the unicorn became the Viking princess, became this, and the story was in motion. The story was in play. So year 2 was self mastery, and I actually liked it because it was in control of myself. It was control of what I did and how I did it, and personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility. There's a reason why I said it 3 times, is because I find the poor me, oh man, like, it's their fault that I suffer. Actually, it's your fault that you suffer. So I spent a whole year with my suffering, but taking personal responsibility for it. So, like, I don't necessarily have time for people that are like, poor me. And I could play that game too, but I prefer to play the Phoenix game where it's like, poor me, let's create. Let's take this sadness, let's take this horribleness of life and create a new story and create renewed youth. Like, you're only young once. What if you were young every day? What if you played every day? So, third year business, 97 more days left of 2020. And I'm actually excited because I loved 2020, I loved 21, and I loved 22. Like, these were great years. So I want you to sit in 2022 and just love your Phoenix moment. Love your crap. Love your disability. Love your ability. Love your grace. Love your gratitude. Like, sit in it. Why are you feeling this way? It's because your energy is going that way. And there's something really important in that. And there's a really big lesson in that. So, like, this year I completely healed from a heart condition, and I was like, yeah. So my celebration of life was this year 5 years, and it was so fun to, like, where have I been in 5 years, where have I been in 39 years, where am I going in the future? And honestly, I'm going into adulthood, but I'm going in playing in your values at work. Like, how exciting is that? The average person doesn't play at work. The average person thinks that, like, you can't play at work, it's bad. You spend 8 hours a day there. My favorite memory of my dad when he was working and when I got to go to his company one day, he always used to play these like practical jokes on all of his dudes, and all of them knew him and all of them liked him, but he would always like put peanut butter on your stapler and just put it on your chair and be like, boop, boop, and walk away. And everyone's like, Lorne. I loved my dad and I loved his play at work because he understood it. And like, work is terrible, life is terrible. Where are those moments of play within every day? So, third year of business this year was why? Why are we living? Why are we breathing? And honestly, it's because we're all connected. And it's because we get to share stories. And it's because we get to live in synergy. And we get to like live, breathe, and suffer. It's okay if you suffer. Suffering is a part of life, suffering is a part of the journey. You must suffer so that you can enjoy the moments of the island of life or the grace of life or the peace of life. Like, yes, there's a lot of shitty things going on right there, even within our own lives internally, but we can find the blessing. And I actually find that when you bless people, you get blessings in return. So I've been doing like secret blessings, and I'm just like, dear God, bless this person. And it's like, whoop, whoop. And then I never know what's going to happen. And I know that their life in some shape or form, if they've never even thought about it, if they've never even known, they are blessed because I get to bless them. And like, you are extremely blessed because you're alive today. You are extremely blessed because you woke up and you were like, yes. And that's the Phoenix moment. And that's the renewed youth moment. So again, third year, was this chair, was this career. I failed this year in running an empire. Like, third year business, I thought it would be like so successful, but I'm like, crap. I totally get why most companies fail within the first 5 years. And the third year was the worst. Like, ran out of money, did this, didn't work, didn't work. And like, I went over the rainbow bridge of like feelings of life, and like, the game's not played the way that we think it is. It's played in this way more beautiful, you create with the universe, you co-create with the universe, you have energy within you. Your strongest superpower is you, is defined, you is who you are. So like, that's what I learned my third year of business, and it was a really hard lesson to learn. The Phoenix of this year was so painful. And it was like, people were leaving my life and people were coming into my life, and people were leaving my life and coming into my life. And like, I choose who I want to hang out with. And like, I still don't know if I'm choosing the right people, but I know that the right people are staying with me, which is just like so amazing. So it really is, so what, now what? So 97 more days left in the year. I know I said it 3 times, but third time's the charm. And we're finishing third time's the charm, and we're finishing well. So I'm typing out my third book. My first book is a book. It physically exists. You can buy it on Amazon for like $3 in digital form, or you can come hit me up and I'll give you a copy for $30. So really, it's really neat to have this dream become a reality and to make my first residual income on my book. Do one thing and get paid over and over and over again. So books are a fascinating way. I love a good story. So first year, A Journey of Epic Proportions, Slay Some Dragons. That book is out on Amazon. Round 2, Ding Ding Ding, Grace and Glory, still getting edited. What is Love? Still getting edited. And then this year, third time's the charm, still typing it out. So I have 3 books in process. I have 1 book that's completely a book, but it's actually turning into an audiobook as well. So that's a slow play as well. So very exciting. So I want to be like, okay, what's the renewed youth? And the renewed youth is 2023, which is Diligence and Proficiency in Play. So I am going to write my book, and it's going to be like my 4th year in business, Diligence and Proficiency. 4 is a huge number of stability. 4 is a huge number of structure and building. So I'm very excited about my 4th year of business. And it really is playing in your values. That's why I was talking about play, 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 play. And honestly, I've talked about play the entire time I've been open of Phoenix Career Development. And it's the advanced version of career development. So I started with a really simple concept. Here's the theory of career development. What are all the classes that you need to create an amazing dream career? The theory of career development, 10 classes. And so my clients graduated their first year, and it was like, so what, now what? You need to practice your theory. So I created the like theory is basic level, practices for entrepreneurs, practices for people that like personal development work. They want to practice the theory of career development. See, there's another dog winding it up. Come on. So that happened, and that was really fun. And then this year is the legendary journey. I knew I was going to have legendary programming. I knew I was going to have like this really fun adventure for my clients to go on, but I wasn't really sure what it was. And it got revealed to me this year that everything is subconscious becoming competent. So I wanted to play in today. Walt Whitman, happiness isn't in another time or in another place, but this hour and this place. So I believe in the moments of today. So 4th year of business is diligence and proficiency in playing in your values. So my book is very like rough draft. I'm going to have the pink to it eventually. So this is how I write books. The title is in the middle, Diligence and Proficiency in Play. And then the chapters are like boop, 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 boop. So I wanted to explain my top 24 values. Why are we living? Why are we breathing? Sense of purpose. So my very top value, my number one value in life is sense of purpose. Why are you alive on today's earth? And really, mind, body, soul. You have this innate soul responsibility to love and care for people around you. Why are you living? Like, I want to know that. I know why I'm living and breathing. It's to be nosy. And it was to create Phoenix Career Development. 2, humor and playfulness. God, do I like to play? And to have like my second value be at the forefront of this coming year in 2023 is so exciting, which goes to chapter 3, or a concept that I want to talk about is creativity, ingenuity. The Viking princess happened because it's my 3rd value, like playing in imagination and creativity. It's like what's cool about my values and playing in my values is I've already been doing it, but I wanted to lean into it and teach other people how to play in your top 24 values. 4 is leadership. I want to teach other people how to be leaders. I was actually thinking about, why do I always forget the word? Ladybird, come here if you're going to be like that. My little doggo is upset. Franchising Phoenix Career Development in a little bit, which is very exciting. So, like, the leadership thought is make a really great program, which I'm doing. It took 3 years to finally complete the program, and then I can sell and market it. And, like, hey, would you like to own Phoenix Career Development and teach other people how to make amazing dream careers, which I love. I don't know what's going on over here. Like, there's a lot of grumpy dog doing grumpy things. Come on the adventure. Hey, doggo. No, dog doesn't register. Oh, there she kind of does. No, she's outside now. It's okay. And I don't know how to stop recording or anything like that. So just have to go with the flow of this. So 5 is zest energy. And I have a really hard time with zest. I'm so tired most of the time, but I've gone through these amazing adventures where I do get excited, and I am excited about things. Come here. Little dog is very whiny. And I think that's what the Phoenix is renewed youth. Like my top value, and one of the reasons my company is called Phoenix, is because it burns, and it's because there's a zest and there's an energy to life. And I don't think a lot of people understand energy, and everything is energy. Six, loyal, teamwork, and citizenship. So synergy. These all came later on. What's cool about life is it's layers upon layers and layers. So like your top four values subconsciously, but like your top 24 values, that's something we don't play in either. We don't play in like, oh, 6, 7, 8. But like seven for me is wisdom. Nine is like being optimistic and being delightfully optimistic about life. Life sucks, but it doesn't have to. Nine, the love of learning. I love learning. I love growing. I love molding in life. I like growing my brain too. I wish I was smarter in how to learn. That would be really neat. 11, spirituality, sense of purpose, and faith. But faith is important. Have something that you believe in. And like blah, 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 right? This got long, but I really wanted to sit and be like, okay, bravery and valor. So, like, how do we play? And this is really hard. I guess I have to be brave. And I haven't heard a lot of stories of bravery or anything like that in a while. I think it's more stories of how does the really shy person become brave? I would like more stories of bravery. I would like people to be like, give yourself permission to be brave. Like that's really cool because it's really hard. 12, it's interesting because 12 is diligency and proficiency and perseverance and industry. But like that's what my book is called. So I called my book my 12th value, which is so fascinating because once we hit past 10, we're like, whatever. But like diligence and proficiency, you have to keep playing the game. You have to keep playing the game. Like that's what my fourth year of business is. We failed. We still have to play the game. We created a game. It's an amazing game. We still have to play it. We still have to create 7 streams of income, 7 streams of spiritual growth. 12, 13, honesty, authenticity, genuineness. Like be who you are. And if like no one is a terrible person, they do terrible things. Step into being awesome. 14, gratitude. I find this an interesting one because gratitude, some people have it, some people don't, but it's a muscle. Gratitude is, I'm grateful for this amazing thing. And I wrote about it in my first book too, which is, what are you grateful for? Say it. And gratitude is a practice of life. It's one of those self mastery things that makes your life amazing. 15 is awesome because it cautions prudence, and like very much integrity. So like in life, I've always been like, whoa, let me watch first and let me be cautious because I don't want to die when I'm like 22 and be like, oops, that was an accident. The tragedy of the accident is real. And like one of my values are, is this safe? Can we assess the situation? 15, 16, fairness, equality, and justice. Obviously, it's a value, right? But it's not a top value for me. I would rather play in creative imagination than talk about fairness. I still want to talk about fairness, but because my values are on to 16, like the lower we get, it's still really important for me, but it's not at the forefront of my mind or at my thought. 17, judgment, critical thinking, like let's use our brains. 18, self control and self regulation. I believe you're in control of your destiny. I believe that you control so much in life. Like, what do you control? 19 is social intelligence. I like understanding the world around me. I like understanding socially what's going on. Like, I have a social studies minor, which is like, that makes sense because I'm super interested how this works and how this works and how does it work socially. 20, forgiveness and mercy. Awesome. That's a great value to have, like, even if it's 20. 21, kindness and generosity. 22, modesty and humility. I hate doing these podcasts, but I have things to say and they're important. So I don't like being showy, but I want the information out there. So, and like, I want to tell you the information. So that's why I have myself as my brand, but I would rather not be in front of the camera, to be honest with you. But it's a value, so I do it. 23, capacity to love and be loved. And I'm like, whoa, we're finishing strong. Like, love is the key element to everything in life. And I want to love people and I want people to love me. And my 24th is kind of funny because it's appreciation of beauty and excellence. So many women have that as their number one value: beauty, beauty, beauty. That's not that important to me. Like, I was a welder, I worked in dirt. I don't care about beauty and excellence, but like, it's my 24th value. There's something within that. So, like, how do you play in those values? So, that's the so what, now what of life. And that's where I'm taking the journey. But we have 97 more days left of third time's the charm. Create failure in your life so that you can learn and try again. And that's kind of what this year was about, is taking friends with you. So enjoy your journey, enjoy what you do, and give yourself permission to ask questions. Thank you.